Yes, people. We are live and we are late. I'm not feeling well today, to be honest, people. I'm not feeling great. I was about to cancel the stream and I thought, do you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. So, big up everybody. I'm not expecting a, a lot of people on today's stream because of the time it's starting, the time that I've started the stream. And the fact that the game has already kicked off, people. We are 2 minutes and almost 50 seconds exactly into the game, people. So big up, everybody. I hope you're having a good Monday. I hope you've all had a good weekend. It's also annoying being one of the last teams playing. One of the last teams playing. I can see the chat is already popping. Big up, people in the chat. Like I said, guys, I'm not feeling well, man. I'm not feeling well. Yeah, this evening is not a great evening for me at all. But hopefully it will be a good evening for Manchester United, people. I'm very surprised, while at the same time not surprised, that we have the fluid front three back, and Bumo, Cunha, and Mount today. So no Zirkzee. I believe Zirkzee's on the bench, if I'm correct. So, at least we have options in terms of people who can come off the bench and maybe change the game. I mean, Zirkzee is not somebody I see changing the game when he comes on, because he, to me, is more of a confidence player. He's a player that you kind of start from the beginning. But that's nice for Mazraoui. That's a good link up between Mazraoui and Ahmad already. Ahmad, that's where we need to do better, guys. One thing I always say, in order to break down low blocks, people, we need to pass the ball quickly. And when we pin teams back, we need to move the ball to find the spaces. That's how you break down a low block. You have to, first and foremost, stretch. So you have to have a man, hogging the touchline on either side, stretching the fullbacks, so the fullbacks are stretched out. So the back line is stretched out. So you have more spaces between each player to make your third man run and all of these things. But we don't do that. And we need to pass the ball quickly. And there we go. Corner to Man United. Ooh. Ahmad. No. Oh. Anyway, let me see. Let me see what you guys are saying. Big up the chat. I see Shivam's in the chat already. Shivam is saying this manager will ruin his career with trusting Shaw, Maguire, Bruno, Cass and Mount. Says Shivam. So Shivam's already. I'm assuming you guys are not really interested, or you guys don't like the lineup. If Ineos sack him, they look foolish. Says Shivam. Big up Turkish, of course, the mod in the chat. People like that fall up and make even more money. Even if we sack him, no guarantee next one will succeed. But it also depends on what you mean by succeed, guys. Because don't forget, every single coach, every single manager we've had has won a trophy with Manchester United. That you can argue that's success. Every single manager that we've had has finished in the top four. Oli has, Jose has, Louis van Gaal has. Well, am I missing somebody? Even Ten Hag has. Every manager we've had has finished in the Champions League positions. I mean, Jose had a good squad. Jose had Pogba. Jose had Ibrahimovic and all these guys, and he finished second. He won the Europa League, and he also won an FA Cup in the 2 or 3 years he was here. I would argue that is a success, because even in our darkest times, guys, when you think about it, even in our darkest times, the last 10, 11 years, we've always managed to win an FA Cup here, a Europa League here, a Carling Cup here. We've done that. Liverpool don't win trophies in their darkest times. Liverpool don't win anything. This is the only manager we've had. I mean, it's early days. He's only been here a year, right? But he's the only manager we've had that I believe won't win us a trophy. I believe won't get us in the top four. He can. You can get us in the top four. You can win the trophy, but I just don't believe it. I just don't believe it. Don't forget, Lou Van Gaal was making Tyler Blackett and Paddy McNair, and I always say this, guys. I always bring it up. Lou Van Gaal was making these average footballers look good by coaching. Oh, here we go. We're through here. We're through here, people. Vinny! Oh, Dallo. Ah, Dalizzle. Dalizzle. I thought we were in there, people. Ah, he was onside, Dallo. Ah, Mbumo. Now, do you know what? I don't think he could have got the ball to Mbumo. The Wolves defender was running back, and he caught up. Ah, man, he opened his body up. You know them ones when you open your body up, yeah, to go far post, right? Ah, Mbumo! What a shot! And Mbumo's technique, yeah, is so interesting because even that shot that Mbumo had, that volley with his right foot just now, keeper saved. That technique looks so weird. There we go. We're playing well, guys. I'm expecting us to beat Wolves. I didn't really ask the chat about the scoreline predictions. Oh, big up TK. TK says 1-1 draw. So TK believes it's a 1-1 draw. We will allow Wolves to score the first goal, to put their first goal in 6 matches, and then we'll come back. I hope not. TK is often correct, though, to be fair. Oh, whoa. The goalkeeper completely missed that ball, man. Flipping heck. Oh, look at Ahmad. Ah. Okay, we started decently. I mean, Wolves are the bottom club. They are the bottom team. Like, I'm expecting us to beat this team. Brian Mbumo. All right, Ahmad to Mbumo again. Hmm. Hmm. Big up, Steve. Yo, big up yourself, Steve. Hope you're right, my guy. From the biggest league in the world, there is only 6 teams now that's still without a win in 3. Europe. United faced 1. Now is the second. Could he win this? I said United are one of them, and Wolves are one of them. Is that what you're saying, Steve? Liverpool can't defend as a champions in the big brightest times. Yeah, yeah, I hear you, Steve. This is I don't. The Liverpool thing needs to be studied. I need to study the Liverpool thing. There's so many theories about why Liverpool are not doing what they're supposed to be doing right now. I have the theory of the Ten Hag effect. The Ten Hag effect is this. When Slot came to Liverpool, his first year, he didn't actually implement too many of his own ideas. I believe when Slot came to Liverpool, we had a Mo Salah that was like that. This was his last proper season where he was going to be amazing, right? So he managed to get Mo Salah on his last life. This and everybody for the past 4 years has been waiting for Mo Salah. There we go, Dallo, Mason Mount has been waiting for Mo Salah to decline. Yeah, we've all been waiting for him to decline. Every year we're like Mo Salah can't do the 40 GA, and every year he does it. This is the one year where he's not able to do it. He's declined. He's not as quick. And last year we thought it was going to be it, but it wasn't it. He managed to do something really good last year, and I believe Slot came in and just told everybody, no, not in these words specifically, but carry on. He didn't implement his own tactics. He kind of carried on, yeah, with um Klopp's tactics. He had Klopp's players. He didn't change much. And I've always said this, guys, that the team that wins the league, yeah, often is a team that is the most cohesive, have the most cohesion, right, on the pitch. And so Liverpool didn't change much, like I said. So therefore, they had the most cohesion. Slot came in, just used Klopp's tactics, and everything worked. Now that Slot has a whole year, he's had all of these players, changed the whole front line, and he's now implementing his style of play. Essentially, Liverpool are going through a transition. This is Liverpool's transition, and therefore they're not a settled team like they were last year, and they can't play their game. Slot is changed. They're trying to play slot ball, and it takes a while for any change of football tactics, structure, or whatever you want to call it. It takes a while for it to be implemented. That is my Liverpool theory, people. He came in, didn't change much, kept the tactics, strategies that everyone was using before. Everyone knew what they were doing. Boom, bam. Continued with Klopp's way of playing. Right. He's now implemented his own style, and therefore the players are like, "What do I do?" And he's changed half the players, bro. He's changed half the players. Anyway, Wolves, Wolves corner, 50, almost 14 minutes on the clock, people. Cleared by Casemiro. I don't know, guys. It's been an interesting 15 minutes. Interesting start to the game. Man United are definitely the better team. Um, the counter-attacking football will probably suit us actually. So I don't think we mind when Wolves have the ball. We are still very much a transition team. Hmm? Wolves. I was wondering why the Leeds fans were leaving the stadium. People, I was like, what are these guys doing, bro? It's only 60 minutes gone. You're still in the game. It's 0-0. I'm like, what are you leaving? What are you doing? Are you going to the trying to be first to the hot dog stand, bro? There's still half an hour left. Hmm. All right. Oh, this shit's supposed to be in this the Grinch salt, you know. All right. Also, I'm not expecting any good football today. There's one thing that I know for a fact, guys, that we can all categorically say together as a fan base is that Manchester United Football Club under Ruben Amorim within this structure do not play good football. We do not play any kind of enjoyable football. Easy on the eye. We don't do anything like that. We are very pragmatic, very direct. We don't like intricate football. We're a very bad footballing team. This and I don't think the problem is, yeah, when I watch Sporting Lisbon play football, they weren't a good team to watch either. You know, Sporting Lisbon used to just score goals and then just cutbacks to what's his name? To what's that striker called that Arsenal now have? Gyökeres and all these things. When you watch Sporting Lisbon play, they were a good footballing team, but they didn't. They still didn't play great football. Like Ruben Amorim's teams don't play amazing football. There we go. 18 minutes in, Dallo taking a throw in people. Steve, what I think about all the Liverpool drama is the same with Ronaldo and United back then. Trash, garbage, and I'll always pick the manager decisions over any player, good or bad. I hear that, Steve. Your way of seeing things is, I think, quite normal. It's quite normal. I'm not gonna lie. I I take every situation by itself. I don't have a blanket approach where I'm gonna take the manager's side over any player all day. To the why that's difficult because Mo Salah's a legend. Mo Salah has been here for 10 years. He's won trophies after trophy. He's a hero. He's done more for Liverpool than Slot will ever do in his whole entire life. Right? Slot, I mean, Mo Salah knows what it's like to be a Liverpool player, knows the Liverpool DNA, knows more about this football club and the expectations and everything to do with it than Slot will ever know. Yeah? Let's just be honest. So I can't do that. Like, there are some situations where I will take the manager's side, but there are some situations where I will not. I will just not. I'm not a believer that the manager is the most important player he's not the most important person. The players are more important than the manager. You can't put it this way. You can win a match without the manager. You cannot win a match without the players. So, and I know some players, some managers, a lot of them, they are dicks. They are dicks. The manager will throw the player under the bus, yeah, in a second. We've seen it at this club. We've seen Pogba's, we've seen Sancho, we've seen players, yeah. Sancho wasn't even playing against Arsenal. He wasn't playing. And the manager was talking about him, and all of a sudden, everyone started printing stories about Sancho being like a manager will throw a player under the bus, yeah, to save his career in an instant, and we all side with that manager. I don't like doing that. I don't like doing it. So every sort of situation, I have to look at it and judge it at its own merit. Like some situations, I'll be like, yeah, I'll side with the manager, but some situations, I'm not. Give you an example. There is no situation, or there are few situations at Manchester United Football Club where I will side with Amorim over the players. I will not side with Amorim when it comes to Kobbie Mainoo. I will not side with Amorim when it comes to Ahmad. I will not side with Amorim when it comes to certain ballers. I will refuse. But because if you always side with your manager all the time, then the manager would make you turn against players. Then you start hating Mo Salah because of the manager, your cult hero. I don't know, man. It's the idea that the CEO is more important than all the other members of staff. No, he's not. Like, they'll make you believe he is, but he's not really. Oh, unlucky Cunha. He's not really. Like, middle management it makes the business. This the middle management makes a bit. The CEO can sign the paperwork and sign things off. Great. His job is not the most difficult. I don't think. Not always. Not always. And I think that's the point I'm trying to make. Sometimes managers are sick and twisted, yeah, and will ruin a player's career. Like the way the way that our manager is trying to ruin Kobbie Mainoo's career, right? And I can't side with the manager over that. Also, do you know what it is, right? I feel like we've sided with the manager so many times. We've allowed really bad managers to come to the football club and take us back. And the reason why they've been allowed to take us back is because we've sided with the manager over the players. Like Ten Hag should never been here, even though he won trophies. And I don't think Amrin should be here either. All right, guys. I don't know, man, what to say about this game, to be fair. I just went on a rant because the game's boring. I went on a side quest. Here we go. Cunha. Oh, Kunz. Oh, I should give it to Ahmad. Oh, that's silly. Oh, TK took away his message. I was about to read out TK's message. T Kizzle. Hmm? Are you serious? Did you get like a special Grinch meal? What was the Grinch meal? The Big Mac is a Grinch meal. Oh. Also, Steve, I'm not a capitalist. Unfortunately. Oh, there we go. Cunha. No! Are you kidding me? Finally! Oh my gosh. I can't believe Cunha tried to pass that ball, bro. I was gonna say, what are you doing, Mateus Cunha? I was gonna say, well done, but what were you doing, Mateus, bro? That's when you know you're not playing your game, bro. If we had the Cunha from Wolves, yeah, the Cunha at Wolves is not doing that what he just did, bruv. Cunha almost went round the goalkeeper, only to pass it back to Bruno. Let me see this again. What a silly gift! Look at this. Oh my lord. Yeah, shoot. Oh my Cunha, bro. That is crazy. What Cunha? I can't believe. Like, I know we scored. I know we scored, guys, and we're supposed to be like, let's forget how we scored. As long as we score, it doesn't matter. But bro, it could. Yeah, to be fair, if Bruno didn't slip, yeah, he would have got there. But Bruno only slipped. The only reason why Bruno slipped is because Cunha's pass to him was behind him. It was a careless pass, bro. I'm happy we scored, but we scored because of Wolves' mistake, a Wolves' error. We'll take it. Nobody's ever complained, but let's understand what we saw. Yeah, Wolves made an error. We capitalized, and we almost, yeah, even though it's 2 against 1, we almost still messed up. We almost still messed up. But like I said, we will take it. We will take it. It's just that we must understand how lucky we are in these games. Like we haven't outplayed Wolves massively or anything like that. Wolves just made a mistake just now, and we just about capitalized on their mistake. So it is what it is. 1-0 Man United. Let's get a second, guys. Let's have one of those games where we score 2 or 3 goals by halftime and we put the game to bed. That's the kind of mood I'm in. Mm. I thought the sauce is weird. Big Mac. Is it? I mean, why did it taste like this? Like vinegary. That's nice. I like that. I like that by Casemiro. Look what Mason Mount is as well. That's one thing I always say. The benefit of playing the fluid front three system with Mount, Cunha, and Mbumo is that there are some players like Mason Mount who feel more comfortable being around and in and around the center of that park. Yeah, like Cunha. They feel more comfortable being in and around the center of the park because they are sort of central or attacking midfielders. So when you play with that fluid front three, we're supposed to be harder to beat because the likes of Mason Mount, like I said, Cunha. Look at their position right now. 28 minutes. Look where Mason Mount is standing. Look where Cunha's standing. Look where Bruno's standing. Close to each other. I've done this. Here we go. Finish. Wow. Oh my lord, bro. That should have been two. That should have been two. And like I said, I've done this. I've done the tactical analysis of this so many times, guys. You guys know how we play with the fluid front three and how we shore up the midfield, like we're doing today. Mason Mount and Cunha just there in the center circle, so Wolves can't just counter attack. We don't have a polo. We don't have a. We're not a donut with a hole in it when we play with the fluid front three. Yeah, and we're also harder to mark because Cunha, Mbumo, Mount, they're just popping up everywhere. I guess the issue I have with this, the drawback of the fluid front three system is sometimes it lacks cohesion because the players don't understand each other yet. So Mount doesn't understand where Cunha's going to be. Cunha doesn't understand where Mbumo's going to be, and it looks sometimes can look disjointed. That's definitely one of the cons of this system. And also, none of them are strikers by trade. So we don't always have somebody occupying that striker position. Ah, unlucky Brian Mbumo. Yeah. So Wolves have to come out now. As you can see, people, they're coming out. They have to attack us. And now they are camped, or at least the Wolves back line is at the halfway line. They are pushing up. This is perfect for us. Every time we attack now or counter attack, it looks like we can do something dangerous. And that suits our game a lot more, guys. It suits our game a lot more. Cunha, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I did say Cunha is gonna be that player. Cunha is gonna be that player that frustrates you, frustrates you, frustrates you, frustrates you, then produces some magic afterwards. That's gonna be Cunha is similar to Bruno. He's gonna do a lot of things that you're gonna be like, oh, Cunha, you don't need to. It's over the top. Like Bruno does the outside of the foot passing that he does. He does the outside of the right foot passing, or when he just hits the ball so hard. When he's passing the ball to you, he knuckleballs it, whacks it. Like Bruno just hoofs the ball into the air to clear the ball. Bruno does so many things that frustrate me as a football fan. But then he'll produce something. He'll produce something every now and again to be like, okay, does the ends really justify the means? Does the means really justify the ends? I don't know. But Cunha is going to be one of those players for me, I think. Cunha, the way he plays, the way that he wants to dribble all the time and hold on to the ball, he's going to frustrate me a lot. And I don't know if the brilliance, the magic that he produces, I just hope is going to be worth the frustration that we might endure, if that makes any sense. The trade-off. That's why some people Wow, Casemiro, that's crazy. That's why some people say Bruno's a net negative because they've, in their minds, they've calculated that. Hold a second. This, oh my lord, Wolves are in here. Wolves are in here. Well done. In their minds, they've calculated that he's a net negative. He does more negatives than good. Like if he's not, Bruno's on every set piece. He's on penalties. He's on free kicks. He's on everything. So he's always gonna get stats. And he shouldn't be on everything. We got Mbeumo, we got Cunha, we got Ahmad, right? And some people say Bruno, what he gives us, what he takes from us, is not as much as he gives us, right? Net negative. I don't know. TK says Cunha has turned into a flop signing. It's official, says TK. It's official. He's got the stamp, a flop signing. Wolves is the worst team I've seen so far this season. They should go down for sure. I agree. Like, I'm watching this game and we're not playing great. Man United are not playing good football. We're not playing good. This is a terrible Wolves team. Wolves are not playing, they can't even string 2 or 3 passes together. But neither can we. Neither can we against this Wolves team that's going to get relegated. And they're going to finish bottom of the league. And if we are supposed to be where we are, we should be taking this team to task. But we're not. We're not. And I don't know. The thing about that whole TK, Cunha's a flop signing, all that stuff, yeah. This is what I'm saying. 2 months ago, before Cunha signed, he was one of the best players in the league. And all of a sudden, he's a flop signing. You got TK, you got to decide what's changed. He's a flop signing, but why? You have to decide in your mind that what's changed. Has he changed his football? Because footballers don't really change. What usually change is the environment. The only change for I see is at the environment. I knew that after a while, a few months, yeah, of under this manager, and I kept saying this, TK, I knew some of you guys will start calling Cunha's and Mbeumo's flops because they're not going to be able to play their game under this manager in this system. So that's why I hear what you're saying, and he could be. I think he could be a flop signing. It's a bit early, but I just feel like what the hell? We're not playing to his strengths as well. Another way to look at it, TK, is who's playing actually really, really good under this manager. And if you answer, when you answer that question, is not many, then you gotta be like, okay, the manager is not making anyone look great. I don't know, man. I don't know how you sort of decide how people make up in their minds. Oh, what's that? Another corner. How people make up in their minds whose fault is it that Cunha's not playing well? Is it solely Cunha? Cunha's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. How much would he give it to Cunha? How much would he say it's the system? How much would he say it's the manager? And how are you making that? Oh, here we go. Balling by Bruno. And how do we get to the conclusion? I think Cunha has a part to play. Surely, he's on the football pitch. He's the one doing this. Lucky Ahmad. I thought that was going in from Ahmad. It looked like he was curling in top corner. I bet Ahmad thought, yeah, that he'd score more goals than he's scored so far this season. Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, because nobody is really performing at their highest. Nobody's really performing where they should be performing. Not even Bumo, and Bumo's not doing. Like the Mbeumo we see right now is not the Brentford Mbeumo. Our man's not doing what he was doing last season. Look at Mbeumo, lost the ball. 37 minutes to squad. He just lost the ball carelessly. So that's, and now he conceded a free kick as well, Brian Mbeumo. So the question therefore is, and like I said, because I knew this was going to happen, I knew that these so-called best players in the Premier League, the Mbeumo's, Cunha's, and even Sesko, I knew that under this manager, under this system, they were going to look crap. I already knew this. I told you guys this. I said I kept saying it over and over again. When are you guys going to turn on the new signings? Because the fan base always does this. Then we get new players, and then after a while, these new players are not good enough. And then we get new. Sometimes we haven't got the right manager with the right players. Sometimes it's that, and that's where I'm more leading to. Because if Cunha's issue, yeah, is that he holds the ball a bit too much, yeah, which is one of my issues with Cunha. He holds the ball a bit too long sometimes. That's not. That's something that's easily fixed. I think that's an easy fix. Just have a word with Cunha and say, Cunha, you need to release the ball a bit more. And I think he will release the ball a bit more. Like the way somebody plays in terms of the way they dribble, the way they shoot, that can't be changed too much. But someone's decision making, i.e., holding the ball a bit too much and not like finding their plays and stuff, I think that can be instructed a bit more. I think that we go Wolves. I believe the manager can sit Cunha down and instruct him on the way to play. And why is he not doing it? Assuming he's not doing that anyway. Wolves are attacking now. There's something. Is there something in this for Wolves? 39 minutes on the clock, people. And all of a sudden, I'm just talking, because there's nothing really going on the pitch. But Wolves are slowly, now that we're coming towards the second half, the end of the second half, first half, starting to put some crosses in the box. And if listen, in this Premier League, if you're going to score a goal, throw some crosses in the box. Throw some crosses in the box. There we go. Can we counter? Is it 4 against 4 here, people? Ahmad to your right. Oh my gosh. Mbeumo. What is happening, bro? What is happening, bro? Bro, these guys are not using their teammates, bro. Like, they're not releasing the ball. I don't understand. Brian Mbeumo was on the ball attacking. Just release it to Ahmad on your right, bro. That's good. That's good. But big up Orhan in the chat. See what TK says. Cunha is a great player on a team and a shit player when he is surrounded by better players and expectations. He also looks shit when playing for Brazil. So he's saying he's like big fish in a small pond type player, TK. Is that what you're saying? I hear that. It could be. I think I've always wondered that. I think people have spoken about that with regards to Cunha. People are wondering whether he's ready for the step up. Because don't forget, he's 25, 26, and he's been around the place. He's been around the place, and he's only now that he's got his big move. So you guys keep harping on about the manager, but he isn't out there on the pitch, is he? The players overall are average at best. Most blame is on the players. Ruby is next. He can't get the most out of them. Yeah. Greatest players figure things out. We don't have those players. Who are those players though? Because the problem I'm gonna have now is that you're gonna mention players that are not as good as Cunha and Abumo. We're gonna do the whole Brentford are ahead of us and they don't have better players than us. We're gonna have that conversation, right? We're gonna name all the teams that are ahead of us in the league who don't have players that can get into our team, right? That's what we're gonna talk about. So, I think it's a mixture of so many things, though. Because I know for a fact, yeah, TK, nobody was calling Cunha and Mbeumo average players when we were buying them in the summer after watching them for 2 or 3 seasons. After watching Cunha, most United fans have been begging to sign Cunha for 2 years, right? That's why I'm not going to do the whole revision thing. And Mbeumo was the best player in this after Salah, the best player last season. We have apparently two of the top four best players last season in our front line, and the best up and coming apparently striker in the world. Apparently, right? So I think it's hard to say we have average players at best. Ooh, so Heaven just screamed out loud there, boy. What happened there? I think we have average players in some positions for sure. But if you're also talking about players that are good enough to beat Wolves, players that are good enough to play Wolves off the park, TK, I believe that the players that we have, as average as you might think they are, should be dominating Wolves. And they're not. Should have beaten Grimsby, but they hadn't. That's the manager. That's the system. It's a shitty. Whatever you want to call the players, bro, I will never look past how terrible this system that we play is. It is crap, bro. I wouldn't wish this system on any footballer. Not Ahmad, not Cunha or Mbeumo. I wouldn't wish this on any of those ballers. I can't get past it, bro. I can't get past how terrible this manager is and the football that we play is. I'm gonna always look at that first before I look at the players. But I hear you though, T Kizzle. We can't be blaming the manager all the time. I will never blame the manager when it comes to effort. If I see the players are not running, if I see the players aren't doing the basic, are running, they're trying to like stick with your man, all these little things that's just about effort. I can't blame the manager for that. But I can and I will always blame the manager for the cohesion, for how we play. The players don't understand each other, don't know where to run. If the players are not releasing the ball quick enough, something's going on in training. That's a training ground stuff. That's how I see it sometimes, anyway. Not all the time. Sometimes. No, we'll take that. Ah, 1-0. Is that why TK said he'll be quiet now? TK, did you see the goal go in? TK said either TK saw the goal go in or TK knew with his psychic abilities in the chat. But he said, I'll be quiet now and enjoy the car wreck. Oh, man. 1-0. Wolves, Manchester United. Ivan. 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 Ivan, why did you say this? Ivan, why did you say these things, Ivan? Ivan literally came into the chat, yeah. I Vizzle, bro. Ivan just came in, yeah, just blessed us nicely. He jinxed us, Ivan. You came in like, oh, we are winning, but we are rubbish. Never mind. Oh, man. Do you know what's funny about this game, yeah? You, man. Do you know how many opportunities, yeah? Do you know how crazy? How many opportunities on the break? If we were a good team, yeah, and if we could string 2 or 3 passes together, we would have scored 2 or 3 goals now on the break. Wolves, yeah, for the whole, like, after we scored, Wolves' back line was camped, yeah, at the halfway line, bro. Wolves played, yeah, they pushed up. All we needed was an Mbumo or a Cunha through ball through their back line, and we're through on goal. How many counter-attacks did we see in the last 15, 20 minutes that we could have had if we just understood each other, if we played good football? The reason why we do not play good football, guys, isn't because we don't have good players. The brand of football that you play, and this is to TK as well, the brand of football that you play, that we have been playing this season, yeah, is created on the coaching ground, bro. There's no reason where a Bournemouth team, a Bournemouth side with players who are not as good as ours, play a better brand of football. There is no reason, I keep saying this, that teams who do not have players that we have, or most teams in the Premier League, play a better brand of football than we do. That's not the players, bro. That's the manager. When we had Garnachos and all these guys, we played rubbish football. We got rid of those guys and got Cunhas and Bumos, and guess what? We play rubbish football. You can listen, TK. You can get rid of these guys and get the players that you apparently think are the better players, right? You can go and get, I don't know, who do you want? Who do you want? Do you want flipping Dembele from PSG? Put Dembele down the middle. You can put Adam Wharton and Baleba. This manager plays a brand of football that is crap, bro. His interpretation and implementation of the system is different to Glasner's, bro. His idea of the system is very negative, very defensive, and very direct. He's not coached us how to break down low blocks, and we do not play fluid, intricate football. It's all rigid, straight lines, and that's what it is. That's coaching. That's how he wants us to play. That's what we're doing on the training ground. Please understand that, guys. We can blame the players today, and we will. But I focus on the effort. I don't see the players not giving a crap. I don't see the players not running around. I don't see the players not tracking back. The players are trying. It's just not working. But my issue is, say it's mostly the players. Say that we have average players. We spend almost, what, let's say we spend 200 to 300 million this summer and we still have average players. And let's say next summer we spend another 200 million on the midfield and we still finish 10th. Are we still going to have average players? And then the summer after we spend another 200 million on the defense again. I mean, we could have average players, but my lord, how much money, yeah? If we have average players, how much money do you guys think it will take to undo another squad overall? Considering the fact that these guys, yeah, are not going to finish in the Champions League. They're not going to get Champions League money. We're in no competitions anymore, apart from the FA Cup. So we're not going to get the money that we should be getting. And the money's going to keep getting lower and lower and lower. Jim's going to have to keep firing more and more people to save money. Where are we going to buy? I keep saying this. For this system to work here, you need the best centre-back in the world. The best ball-playing left centre-back. The best ball-playing right centre-back in the world. You need the best left-back in the world. Where are these players? You need the best hungry, dogged two central midfielders in the world to do all of that running. For 2 midfielders to do the running of 3, you need the We're not going to get these players, bro, because we have Man City, Liverpool, Real Madrid, all of these teams, yeah, all wanting the same players. And wing backs don't really exist in the modern game like that. Not really. I keep saying, okay, apart from Mendy, and the Moroccan, what's his name, Hakimi, and maybe like the Inter Milan one, where are these world class wing backs? Where are they? You either have to, most wing backs these days, you have to make them. You have to train. You have to coach them. You have to get a left back and coach them to be attacking, or you got to get a winger that's a failed winger, a winger that's not really doing it but has the pace to go up and down the pitch. That's, you got to create your own wing backs these to play in the system. And Bumo's not a 10. He's a wide forward. I'm saying it's going to be very difficult, yeah, to recruit, yeah, specifically for this system. And then we're going to have a problem, right? Because we are told, yeah, that Man United don't really recruit for systems or recruit for managers anymore. Because what we keep doing this, we recruit all of these players for Van Gaal. Then the next manager, Mourinho, didn't want them. So we got new players for Mourinho. So Mourinho had to use Van Gaal players plus his own. Then after Mourinho left, we had Oli. We got new players for Oli, but we kept Van Gaal players. Every manager comes in with a different system, a different way of playing. We recruit specifically for that manager, and then we're left with that manager's players when the new manager comes in. And the new manager can't use those players. So therefore, we decided to change our structure, do the whole director of football thing, and then we said we're going to recruit not just for the manager, but we're going to recruit long term for the football club. We have to do both, because if Amorim fails and we have got rid of every single winger, and Amorim doesn't play with wingers, so we don't have any wingers in our squad, and all we have is a bunch of 10s and a bunch of wing backs, when the next manager comes in and doesn't play this stupid back five system, we're going to be left with players that he can't use. I cannot believe it that Manchester United Football Club, Ineos from the top down, decided that going forward, Manchester United are going to be a back five team. Because we can't just recruit for the manager and then say, okay, the next manager we come in is going to play 4-3-3. So all you wing backs are going to now be wingers. No, we have to sell them, but we have to recruit from the club. So we have decided as a football club from the very top that we're going to be a 5 at the back football club. I don't understand why. Why? Because of Ruben Amorim. It's wrong, guys. I don't understand why people can't see how wrong this is. It's wrong. Anyway, I think I'm moaning too much. We're not losing. We're not losing. It's a draw. We're drawing. Let's find some positives. It's a draw. We're away from home. I don't know. I'm trying my best. And that's it. That's all I have, baby. That's all I have, people. She Orhan says he can't believe what he sees. I can believe Orhan. Orhan has seen a lot. Orhan is a very experienced man. He's seen a lot in his life, and if Orhan can't believe what he's seeing, then there's no hope for any of us. There's no hope. Shivam says he has a feeling this will be Amorim's last game. Shivam, I don't think so, Shivam, you know. The way that these guys are moving, man, they fully back this guy, bro. They got rid of all the wingers that we had in our football club and packed a club with number 10s. I don't know. But it's difficult for me to see, yeah, that if we, or at least in my mind, I'm thinking that if we do not finish in the Champions League positions or in Europe this year and we miss out, our pockets, Manchester United's pockets are going to be very interesting. What we can do, we're going to have to pull more levers, probably get into more debt. I don't know, people. I don't know. Ivan says, man, even a rookie like me could get a managerial job if Ruben can have one for a year. The issue with Ruben Amorim, people, is that he's already done the worst things imaginable to get sacked. There's no limit anymore. Like, this is the sack bar, and if you go below this sack bar, you get sacked. The manager's here. The manager's already here. He's done everything that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Mourinho, Louis van Gaal, he's done everything that they could never do, those guys. Imagine Louis van Gaal finishing 15th in his first season. My gosh. Louis van Gaal was fired for finishing 4th and winning the FA Cup. I bet you all of those managers, including Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, are looking at Amorim and they're thinking, my God, I wish I was managing Man United at this time. What Amorim is getting away with, none of those managers would have got away with. Say what you want about Ed Woodward. And I can't believe I'm going to say this. Say what you want about Eddie. He's a prick. But my God, did he have standards. We went out and got the Paul Pogbas. We went out and got the Ibrahimovic. We got the big boys. Even if sometimes we shouldn't have. These guys got the big boys. And if you're not finishing in top 4, get the hell out of there and get me the next manager. These boys didn't care. Cutthroat. They didn't understand football and they recruited rubbish. But in terms of telling the manager, listen, if you don't finish your top 4, you get the fuck out of there. They were on job. This regime, Ivan says we need £1 billion to rebuild. Yeah, we need at least that. But one thing that we don't think about, and I need us to start thinking about, is whenever we are rebuilding and buying footballers, don't forget everyone else is buying footballers. Always remember that if we improve our team by 10%, Liverpool and Man City are probably improving theirs by 20 or 30%, which means they are getting away from us. We can buy the players that we want. If we buy Baleba and then Liverpool buy Adam Wharton, why does it matter if we get Baleba when they've got... There's always clubs here who are getting better players than us. Ivan says, bro, even if we have average players, we should be beating Wolves because Wolves are below average. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Ivan. I'm like, I knew that it wouldn't take long for us to start hating the new players that we have. I just knew it. I called it a long time ago, Ivan. Wolves are below average. Yeah, I agree. The system is just so arse. I can see it. We just can't. The movement, everything is just rubbish, bro. And all the players are in the wrong positions. Yes, 2 of the centre backs are fucking fullbacks. Thank you. The manager doesn't have the players to play the system, and he's forcing it. Imagine this, and I always got to remind you guys this: the manager had two routes. Come in right now and try to implement your system right now, and therefore not go through the pain next season, which is a lie because we're still going through pain. So he's a liar. Or come in, play the players in their natural position, play Garnacho as a winger rather than trying to force him down as a left 10 for like the whole season or whatever you were doing. Play the players in their actual positions and get the best out of the players. One thing I don't like is when managers with their egos put themselves above the players. Say, listen, I know these players are best for 4-3-3 and I know this formation will get the best out of the players, but I don't care about that. I care about me and my system, and I'm going to come and implement this system even if the players don't suit it, because I believe in this system. When have systems become more important than the players, bro? We have been brainwashed by this manager. We have been completely brainwashed to the point where we're saying the maddest things about football now. because he's fucked up with our heads. The players are the most important. You think when Fergie, and I keep saying this, when Fergie had Rooney, Ronaldo, and Tevez, yeah, did Fergie say, fuck that, I'm gonna play 4-4-2? No, no, no. Fergie said, I've got 3 attackers now. I'm gonna find a system that best suits all 3 of them. How about I change from 4-4-2 to 4-3-3? How about I bring Carlos Queiroz from Portugal to help me implement a 4-3-3 system so we can play Rooney, Ronaldo, and Tevez up front? How about that? How about I play Rooney and Tevez up front and then play CR7 as a left wing? How about that? Bro, find a system that best suits the players that you play with, bruv. Ask Slot. Did Slot come in first year and say, fuck it? Fuck the players that I have at Liverpool. I'm going to play. No, he didn't do that. He said, you guys have been doing your thing. I'm going to let you do your thing. And they won the league. So the thing is, once you have a manager and the manager has done enough interviews and spoken and spoken and spoken, his narrative, his rigid way of seeing football will be absorbed by the fan base. And eventually we will start saying things like, we need wing backs, we need all, because we know we can't change a manager, we can't change the system. We all fall in line, accept that we're just like the king and queens and all these things. We accept that there are people above us and we fall in line. That's what's happened. I still question. I'm still anti this system. I don't believe in the manager, and therefore, his rhetoric, his narrative, goes into one ear and comes out the other. Anyway, we start the second half, guys. I'm annoyed. As you can tell, I'm annoyed. I'm so annoyed, man, because it shouldn't be this kind of game. It shouldn't be this kind of a match. Ivan says, I think we will win this, but guys, long gone are the days you can enjoy a nice 3-0 win. Oh, that's what I want, Ivan. Just chill and enjoy a. But back in the day when you used to look at the fixture lists and you used to be like, yep, we're going to win that, we're going to win that. We don't know about. We can just almost plan, yeah, your season. We can't do that no more, Ivan. Flipping heck. Shivam says, I thought I'd be seeing Lacey and Mainu in the second half. Finish! Oh, Cunha. Kuns, man. Bro, I don't know why you thought you listen. Don't ever think you're gonna Shivam, manager does not like Mainu. He's not gonna play Mainu. Mainu's gonna leave. Like Mainu and the manager are not in sync. The manager doesn't like Mainu. And he's not gonna play for this football club. That's it. There we go. Oh, finish! Finish! Come on! Unlucky. Oh, lucky guys. Keep going. Ivan, we should still win this. We should still win this. So, as annoyed and as frustrated as I am, yeah, I think we should still win this game, guys. That's make up Steve Dallas. Man said make a wish FC. Bro, I had a feeling, yeah, that we were gonna give it's only right that Manchester United are the team that gave Wolves their first goal since October. It's only right, Steve. That's what we do. We're the John Cena of WWE. Wait, of the Premier League, bro. Play Man United and your wish will come true. Look at Ahmad. Well done. You can't press Ahmad, bro. Like I don't understand why you even try to press Ahmad from there. Ahmad is the most press resistant player we have. That's why people say Ahmad can play. If Ahmad, put it this way, the way I see it is this: look how PSG play with Vitinha, and how they play with what's his name, um, Jao Neves, and all these little players in the midfield. I believe that Amad Diallo could play in that PSG team, in that midfield with those guys, and he'd probably be better than them. I honestly believe that, guys. Amad is so press resistant. I like Amad because he just plays football anywhere on the pitch. And that's how he needs to develop. What a ball for Mason Mount, bro. Cunha! Cunha, you got to do better there. But that was so good from Cunha. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, that back heel from Cunha, that's quality, bro. That's quality. You can see the quality in these players, man, in moments. Here we go. Here we go, people. Oh, brah. Listen, we're gonna score. 15 minutes gone, 1-0. This is what I'm saying. If we can get the final ball right, Wolves are there. This should be a 3-4-0 game, bro. Like, look at our midfield there. Almost. The way that he was about to turn that Wolves player. Well done. Finish. Finish. Bro, do you know how easy that is, bro? Easy. I kept saying, how many... We can open Wolves up easily, yeah, if we just get that final pass right. Wolves are pushing up. They're leaving so much space. All we have to do is just take our time, relax, and get that final ball right. There are goals in this game for us. We should be scoring 2-1. Great. Let's get the third. Let's kill the game now. Ooh, he's onside. He's onside. Yep. 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 The goal's onside. Well done, lads. Well done. Let's stop the moaning now. Let's stop the moaning. Let's be positive now. Because don't get twisted. What we're seeing and what we've seen today is nonsense, bro. But we are winning the game, guys. And that's the main thing. Well done. Finally, man. Let's see if we can hold on to this win. No, in fact, no. Let's not do the hold on to the win business. Let's go and attack and get more goals. What's interesting about Brandon Bumo? He hasn't played well today. He's played as badly as Cunha's played today. And the last 3 games, Mbeumo has been absolutely shit. The difference between Cunha and Mbeumo is that one's scoring goals and the other isn't. Mbeumo probably played slightly better than Cunha overall, but the goals that Mbeumo has scored is the difference, I think. The major difference. The last game I was watching Mbeumo, I was like, this guy he's not up for it. The game before, I was saying the same thing. I was like, the last 3 games, Brian Mbeumo has not been good, but he scores goals for us. He's a goal threat. And to be fair, that's kind of what I predicted. I kind of predicted Brian Mbeumo would be that kind of player. He's Mo Salah. He's somebody that is not always in the game. Like Mo Salah, he's not always in the game. He's often on the periphery of the game. Mo Salah's touch is not always that great. Brian Mbeumo's touch isn't always that great. The ball bobbers up on their feet and all these things. They're both not the most aesthetically pleasing footballers to watch. Both Brian Mbeumo and Mo Salah aren't great to look at. But they are both so efficient at scoring goals. You know when you just know how to score a goal? I said it before Brian Mbeumo came here, when I did all my analysis and talking about him, I said he's Mo Salah-like in the sense that this guy just scores a goal. Ahmad. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky Ahmad. I think now what we need from Brian Mbeumo, I mean, is good 90-minute performances now. Good 90-minute performances from him. Big up. I can't pronounce it. Oh, is it Federal? What? Federal Rico? Is that his man's name? Federal Rico Charges, you know. You guys have your original name. Oh, what's happening here? Federal Rico Charges, you know. That's funny. Nail in the coffin. Big up Federal Rico Charges. Silly. Yeah. Looks like we're going to win this game. Well, am I brave enough to say looks like we're going to win this game? Do I trust United enough now? 55 minutes on the clock, 2-1 up. Surely, guys. Surely. We're not going to give Wolves a second goal. Surely not, people. Cunha would have finished that if he wore orange. Yeah. TK's on Cunha's neck, boy. Oi! Oh! Am I brave enough to say the game's done yet? I don't know. Wolves have... What's happening here? If Wolves can keep throwing the ball into our box and just crossing the ball in, who knows what might happen? Totti? Who's Totti, bro? Some fake Totti. Yeah, man. Loads of crosses, innit? Oh, lucky. Get rid. Get rid. Wolves are trying it, bro. Wolves are trying it again, people. My glorious King Mbeumo, says Ivan. TK says Mbeumo goal doesn't change the fact that Cunha is a flop. TK is on at Cunha, boy. All right. The ball's going out of play. Almost 58 minutes, 57 minutes, and 50 seconds on the clock. Ah. All right. So, from what I can see, 2-1 is a dangerous scoreline. And it looks like Wolves' best bet is to spam crosses. And a lot of teams, what they're doing now are just spamming crosses. Well done, Cunha. Well done, Cunha. That was nice. Mbumo. Cunha. Unlucky. Well done, Heaven. Well done, Aiden Heaven. Ivan says Ruben probably thinking it's time for a centre back change. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Ivan just reminded us he's probably gonna do something to ruin the 2-1 lead, isn't he, Ruben? Ruben's probably looking at this thinking, do you know what? It's too easy now. We're 2-1 up. Let's take our attacker off and put on another defender. Let's make this defensive system even more defensive. That's probably what you're thinking, right? How do I sabotage this now? How is Ruben Amram going to sabotage us today, guys? What's he going to do today? Mm-mm-mm. TK says we could go up 5-1 and mainly would see the last 2 minutes of injury time. It's the manager, guys. Also, you know how stubborn the manager is. When you keep the reason why the manager took so long to just even adapt a little bit of his formation is because we kept asking him to. Like he's a kind of manager that will he keeps talking about suffering. He would rather burn in something by doing it his way to eventually feel the warmth or feel the cool again. So he'd rather be on fire, set the whole thing on fire, doing it his way, because that's the manager. He keeps saying it over and over again. I want to suffer, and we're going to suffer doing it my way. There's too much. There's a bit of I know to be a manager, right? You gotta be a bit narcissistic. You gotta have certain to be a leader, to be a leader of man. You gotta have certain traits, yeah, that aren't actually desirable. We actually want to see them in leaders, but they're not actually good traits. And I just feel like Amarim shows his narcissism a bit too much for me already. That's jokes. Here we go. Counter attack. Bruno to Ahmad. To Ahmad. Ah, lucky. I think Ahmad, use your right foot, you dickhead. And that is why, as much as I dislike Mason Mount, guys, as much as I dislike Mason Mount, in terms of what he represents, I'll always say this, and I know I'll be sounding like a broken record, but Mason Mount is technically sound, bro. Like that ball from Bruno to Mason was a really good ball, but the finish was so just clean. He didn't miskick the ball. You know, like a lot of players would miskick the ball. Side foot. Look at the run. Look at the pick. Bam. Wow, Bruno. This is what I'm saying about Bruno. Bruno is frustrating. Bruno will go a match and he won't do much, but this is what Bruno could do. That little dink by Bruno, you got to give credit. Beautiful dink by Bruno. Beautiful finish by Mason Mount. That's the kind of football that I want to see. That's the kind of football that I want to see. So we can take the temperature down a little bit. We've won the game, guys. I'm not going to, listen, I'm going to say it my chest. We won the game. If we cannot secure the victory from this position, bro, then I'm not doing any, I'm not going to say that. I'm not doing any more streams. Let me not say that just in case it comes back to bite me. But come on, bro. 3-1 up against Wolves. The game is done. Surely. And so hopefully we can watch, just watch it in peace. Watch the game in peace now, people. I reckon Ruben wins and saves his job. That's how he sabotages us today. And for the upcoming future, says Ivan, come on, bro. Money Mace, most decorated player out there after after Uncle Cass. Is he? Why? Because the Champions League win for Chelsea and the Premier League win as well, right? Is he? Is he the most decorated player out there? Yeah. Has he won more than Luke Shaw? What the hell? Luke Shaw's won a few trophies at United. You got me thinking now. He might be. He might be the most decorated player. Look at that ball there for Mouse. Look at the ball there for Mason Mount. So yeah, guys. Where's the... We love United. We do. Oh, United, we love you. All right, guys. This is Wolves, the bottom team now. And please, Ruben Amorim, if you're going to make a sub, we don't need to make defensive subs, bro. Like, we're winning the game. Well done. Yeah, man, let's get a fourth goal, guys. Manager, please make an attacking substitution. Ahmad taking the corner on the left-hand side. In swinger from Ahmad. I think we might have scored this from this corner, you know. Give it to Cass. Oh, Cunha again. That was falling perfectly to Ahmad. Look at Cunha. Cunha's proper. Cunha really wants to score against Wolves, doesn't he? What's TK saying? If we move up the table today, big if, you guys still want Ruby's blood? Yeah. 100%, bro. Like, I can't go from this manager is rubbish to which man is the best thing ever after one game, bro. I need to move from my position of Ruben Amorim now. I need to see, like, put it this way, if you've got 100 games and you've seen 99 shit games out of 100, for me to reverse my position, I can't just have one good game. I need to see 99 good. I need to see something. Oh, like beating the worst football team in the Premier League, Wolves, the bottom team that's gonna get relegated. They are absolutely appalling. Beating them 3-1. Like, I shouldn't. That's normal. If like we're a mid-table club, right? Which means we should be beating the bottom club anyway, right? But we're supposed to be, in my opinion anyway, a top 6-7 club. So we should be doing this to Wolves. And the only reason why we're not doing this to Wolves, in my opinion, not just the players, and like you said, the players have a part to play, but it's the manager. Like, you can't take Wolves' best player and not beat them. And it's not even close. Cunha is by far their best player. And we've taken him. Just like going to Brentford. And we took Mbeumo from Brentford, who is their best player, and they slapped us. There we go. So we're going to get defensive. So Leniero and Martin. He does his defensive subs. He's not, and that's see that kind of stuff. TK, I know he's not gonna change. I can't back this stuff. I can't back him making defensive subs, bro. Bring on Kobbie. We're winning 3-1, and you said it yourself, TK. Even if we're winning 5-1, he won't bring on the young G Kobbie. He won't bring him on. Even if we were winning 5-0, he wouldn't do it. That's disgusting, bro. It's a disgrace. He's doing it on purpose. And you know he is. I can't have that at my football club, bro. I can't have a manager who knows what to do and he's purposely trying to destroy a young man's career. Because at this point, there's no reason. There's absolutely no reason for Kobbie Mainoo not to have game time, especially against a bottom club. You should be able to start Kobbie Mainoo and Bruno Fernandes in that midfield, yeah, and still beat Wolves. So at this point, it's personal. And yeah, I don't care about recruiting for his system. Because Kobbie Mainoo can play in a 4-3-3. That's how I feel. And my opinions about the manager weren't overly this strong at the start of the season. I did say I'm gonna give him a chance. I'm gonna not be so hard on him, and he's taken me a while. I wasn't this, hard a month ago, or even 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, but recently, last few weeks, I think the Everton game. I think it's the Everton game that pushed me over the edge. So where I'm in a position where my mind can be changed, because if you don't change your mind and you're just hella stubborn and you just hammer him out, no matter what happens, no matter what he does, that's crazy to me. That's ridiculous. We'll see anyway. The season's long. We are, what is it, 15 games now? Where are we in the season? 15? I'm mad. Either way, I don't think he's going anywhere, guys. So I just we just have to learn to get along with this manager a bit more. We're gonna continue to recruit for him. And like I said, if you're a Kobbie Mainoo fan, oh, that's nice. See, we're playing better. If you're a Kobbie Mainoo fan, there's a good chance that Kobbie Mainoo, what the hell, he's not gonna last at this football club. He's offside, no? Yeah, man. And Bimo, you're offside, bro. And Ivan said, I'm always gonna haunt Ruben. It has come to the point that I will only back him if he wins the league. I know what you mean, Ivan. I think what Ivan, it's like Ivan. When someone's done so wrong, yeah. When someone's broken record after record, 25% win record, when he's being so rubbish, yeah, for so long, in order for you to feel like you want to keep him, he needs to like do the opposite. He needs to do a miracle. He needs to win the league or something. Like he's gone past the point. He's gone past the point where you're like, even if he wins even if he gets top 4, you're gonna be like, no. It's the atmosphere. It's the vibe. It's his press conferences. It's the back. Tell it is right. The more I think about Man United, yeah, and who we are as a football club, and the fact that this guy doesn't play with wingers, and Man United have always played with wingers in the history of our football club. That's when people talk about the Man United way, there isn't really a Man United way. What, winning? Man City win. Real Madrid win. We don't do anything. One thing that's definitely the Man United way, yeah, is that from as long as I can remember, we've always prided ourselves with having exciting wingers. Whether it's George Best, like I said, Giggs, Sharps, Ronaldo, whatever it might be, we always try. This manager has said, fuck that shit. Fuck playing with wide, amazing wingers. I'm going to take away all your wingers and play with flipping wing backs. That's what he said. And we all said, yeah, okay, do your thing. I know, guys. Yeah, I can't get behind. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, I don't like three centre backs are standing there. I don't like the fact, TK, that the spare man in this system is not an attacking player. The spare man is a centre back. He's given the spare man to a defender. We have a defender free. I don't like the fact that when we want to score a goal, he doesn't go attacking. He doesn't change the formation at all. He just sticks with having five defenders. We will be 1-0 down with 5 minutes to go, and the manager will keep five defenders on the pitch. Those things are absolutely unforgivable, TK. I'm sorry. And if it wasn't for this manager, Mount's passing today has been so good, you know. Mount's passing today, yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Mount's passing today, yeah, has been. The problem with Mount, yeah, is that he's a bit Jesse Lingard-ish. I keep saying this as well. Mount is somebody, he gets the ball and doesn't always take a touch, passes it straight away. And sometimes, yeah, you need a player to put your foot on the ball and take responsibility, like own the ball, get it, then dribble with it. And Mason Mount, he's just really efficient with the ball, but in a different way. I keep saying that he's a springboard. He's a bit like Lingard. Occupy space, give it to him, and he gives it back. Not so much like Donny van der Beek is all these little springboardy sort of midfielders that don't get the ball and dribble it and do anything with it, apart from just giving it back to you. I'm not saying he's completely like that. He's a bit Donny van der Beekish in that sense. But I like Mason Mount's footballing brain. You just shouldn't be wearing a number 7 shirt, and you shouldn't be getting 250 grand a week. And he's not amazing, but he's just good. Go. Mason Mount is that player that will give you that has like every single one of his attributes is like 6 out of 10. Like he's just sound. Can he dribble? Yeah, 6 out of 10. Can he shoot? Yeah, he's good. Like, can he volley? Can he short pass? Can he long pass? Has he got stamina? Can he tackle? Yeah, yeah. All of these things. There's no 2 out of 10 in any of these attributes. Look at Kobbie. Listen. He's softening 3-1 up, and he's bringing on Kobbie with more than 10 minutes to go. So he gets a massive chair. He got a massive chair. Well done, United fans. I'm so happy that most United fans are seeing through Amrim's bullshit when it comes to Kobbie Mainoo and his lies. The fact that he manipulated us all and he lied to us about. To what it is about I like about him. I think that's what it is, TK. I think TK, I think I've hit the nail. All the things I don't like about this manager, the worst thing is his mouth, his sweet talking, his poetry. What is going on, Cunha? It's the lying that he does, the manager, and how he manipulates the fan base. I hate being manipulated. I hate. Keep telling you guys, I'm neurodivergent. I can see it when the manager's trying to manipulate the fan base. He's manipulated the fan base so well. This manager. Suffer. No, we never needed to suffer. We didn't need to finish 15th. The players weren't as bad as he made them look. All of this stuff that he's done, I can't forgive him. He's a liar and a manipulator. And that's probably why I don't like about him. The gaslighting is just a bit. The gaslighting is a bit too much for me from the manager. He's trying to make us believe that Kobbie Mainoo can't play in his team. Like the way he's managed to convince some of you guys of certain things, I'm like, no, I refuse. I refuse because I have eyes. And I know more about this league than the manager will ever know. Are we going to give a penalty from here? I ain't gonna lie, guys. It might be a penalty here. Nah, I'd give it. Because he put his arm out, then in again. His arm was kind of in, then he went out, then to in. I'd give it. He's gonna give it. He's gonna give it. There you go, penalty. Leacher needs minutes, says TK. 2 centre-back subs is so fucking jokes, Ivan. He's going to do this 3 centre-back bullshit and at least deliver clean sheets. Yeah, that's another thing, Ivan. He plays so defensively, this manager. Plays one of the only managers who plays 3 centre-backs, and we're always conceding goals. Always conceding goals. Listen, I'm not hammering in, but we can't change managers every 18 months. We sack Amrim and get Glasner. Do we sack him too if we finish 7th, 9th? The manager carousel needs to stop. It does need to stop. I agree, but not now. You know the ones where it's like it needs to stop eventually, but I'm not of the mentality yet that hiring and firing the manager every 18 months is a problem. I don't actually see that as a problem. Chelsea do it and Chelsea win Champions Leagues. So if you have a right structure and you have the correct recruitment, i.e. a structure and a recruitment team that recruits for the club, not the manager is actually the least important. What we all need to understand in modern football is that the director of football is so important now, the technical director, all of these little things, but the manager right now is just a coach. He's a first team coach and that's who he is. Well done, Bruno. Good penalty. And that's why I need to get into your heads that the manager is not the like any manager comes in with a kinky little system and a kinky little way of playing, get rid of him. He will never be more important than players, not in the way that we play football nowadays, in these days. There won't be. So I'm not a believer in keeping a manager just because we fired other managers. And we haven't changed managers every 18 months. Mourinho got almost 3 years. Oli got about 2.5 years. Ten Hag got 2 years. Yeah. And TK, what you need to remember, TK, is that he should have been fired, bro. Like, you're talking about we shouldn't change managers every 18 months. He should have been fired after 8 months, bro. After 9 months. He should have lost his job. Factually, he should have. There's no reason. He should not be here after his disastrous performance. He should not be here. So he should have been fired. And we right now should be starting this campaign with a new manager. That's what should have happened. So the fact that he's still here and people are still giving him a chance, we're in a very strange predicament because this has never happened. We've never had such a terrible manager with a terrible record keep his job in the history of our football club, in the history of the Premier League. He is objectively got the worst stats, I think, of all the managers in the league. He should not be here, bro. Let's be honest. So that's why I'm like, it's hard to then be like, we shouldn't fire managers every 18 months. I'm like, well, We should have fired him in 9 months. Oh man, and the problem is, I would rather give somebody 2 years who I know has done something. There's no evidence that this guy can do well in the Premier League just because he did something at Sporting in Portugal. I'd rather have a manager like Glasner or a manager who I've seen do things in the Premier League. Premier League proven players, Premier League proven managers. That's who I'd give 2 years to. Somebody who's proven himself more, in my opinion, in this league. I'm willing to give Cunha a bit more time. Like, give him Bumo. I mean, you don't need to give him Bumo a bit more time. Bumo is scoring goals. But, I'm willing to give people that I know that are proven because I've seen them do it before. Right? I haven't seen this manager, apart from with Sporting, do something. And that's a different league. So, but I hear you guys. I'm gonna calm down a little bit then with the manager out stuff. Because we won the game today. So we shouldn't really, like, the first half I was on at the manager, but we won the game today. So we don't need to be going in hard on the manager today. We don't really. But at the same time, both things are true, guys. Because when you sit down and think about it, TK's right. I'm right, but TK's also right. Both things can be true. We cannot, it's not conducive. It's not conducive to any football club chopping and changing managers all the time. It isn't. It really isn't. TK's asking some good questions, guys. TK's making some good points as well. Food for thought. Food for thought. I think I started this season, TK. You know when things change. I started this season saying, and I think you guys give him the full season. Give him the full season. Let's see what he can do, with the players. Blah blah blah. That's what I said. As the season's gone on, I felt, you know what? If we can just get rid of this guy quickly now, we can actually still finish in top 6. This league is a shit league. Like, nobody's consistent. Like, if we get somebody who understands this league, understands how to set us up in this league, I reckon we can get top 6. So that's what my mindset is like. But ideally, TK, I'd want I'd want to give him the full season. I'd want him to. I want to see what this team looks like. Yeah. With the midfielders that he wants. I want to see what it looks like. But even though I want to see what it looks like with his players, with the Belebes and all these things, I want to see what the team looks like next summer under Ruben Amorim. But as much as I do want to see that, in the back of my mind, I'm also thinking, what difference would I don't have too much faith in him. So even though I want to see what he's like when he is, when he's at his true power, when he's at Super Saiyan level 4 or whatever, I want to see what it looks like when he's at 90% power. So yeah, I do want to recruit wing back and get a better wing back. I do want to get a better centre midfielder just to see what it looks like when we do get his players. But there's a part of me that believes that even if we do all of those things, bro, we're not going to be where we need to be because of him. So I'm battling with those two positions of, I don't think he's good enough, while at the same time thinking, let's see what he looks like without. Let's see what he's like when he does get all these players, bro. Let's actually. Is it going to be a thing where once he gets all the pieces in the right place, yeah, something's just going to completely unlock and we're going to be fluent and we're going to be so dynamic and it's going to be like, whoa, I didn't expect us to be this good. I didn't expect us to be this good by just adding two midfielders and a wing back. Wow, we are so much. That's the only thing that's making me feel like let's get him his players. But I just don't think that's gonna happen though. I just don't think that's gonna happen. So I'm in a like position, very weird position. That's why I said like I don't do black and white, man. The good thing about having a YouTube channel now is that you don't need to do three words in a Twitter thing and say I hate the manager because he's crap. You can actually articulate yourself and articulate your position. And my position right now is shady. In general, yes, I think we'll be better off without the manager because I believe a top three football club, a top two, we're supposed to be one of the best or the biggest football club in the Premier League. In my opinion, you need the best manager in the Premier League. Like, we have never had, after Mourinho, like I said, but Mourinho was in decline. You can argue we've never had one of the top three best managers like in the league at any time over the past 5-6 years. We need to get the best manager or one of the best managers in the world at our football club. No learning on the job. We want the best footballers, yeah. Like TK, you want the best footballers, but you want an average manager. I don't. No, I want the absolute best manager, and that's not. We know that's not Amram. So I don't get why we want all the best players, but we're happy to have a manager that we know is not even top five managers in the league. So you want the best players in the league, but you don't care whether the manager is the best manager in the league. And that's where I'm like, no, no. We had the best manager in the league with Fergie and the best players, bro. You can't give great, amazing players to an average manager because you'll make them look average. And so far, a lot of our players are looking kind of average. Anyway, we are winning the game. It is 4-1. Yeah, Ivan said it. Ivan's got it right. It's just, it's what we have now is hope. We hope it turns good. We hope this. We hope that. We don't have nothing to hold on to. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just unlucky Kobbie. Unlucky Kobbie Mainoo. Mm. Which manager comes in then to get this squad? Which manager? I think Klopp. I think Klopp gets us into Europe very easily. You don't think you think Amram better manager than Klopp? Bro, there are managers out there, bro. I'm telling you, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer comes in and gets these changes it to 4-3-3 and gets these players playing freely. Don't think that Ole will get us playing freely. He will. I don't even like Ole, but I think Ole will get us in top six. In this rubbish league, I think he would. I just don't rate this manager is the worst manager in the league, bro. He is. I don't get why we need to have this conversation. He is the worst. I would take who's Aston Villa's manager again? Emery. I'll take Emery over. Of course, I'll take Emery over this manager. Every day of the week, I'll take Emery over him. Look at Emery. Look what Emery is doing with Aston Villa. Season upon season with them. I'll take Emery over this manager any day. I'll take Arteta. I would take Slot. I will take Pep. I'll take Ariola. I'll take Glasner. Yeah, bro. I don't even think that's difficult. I'll take at least half the managers in this league over Ruben. I just don't understand what Ruben has done to make you believe all of a sudden he's a really, really good manager. He's done nothing to show me he's a really nothing. Ah, foul Mbumo. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting that they gave Mason Mount the player of the match, yeah, because I was close to giving it to him. I don't mind them giving it to him actually, because I think Mason Mount, yeah, we've been watching the game. He's had a decent game today. He has. He has. And if he keeps listen, if Mason Mount, yeah, plays the way he played today every single game and makes me eat my words, I'll be happy. And I'll say Mason Mount's good. Oh, Ivor said it's not just the L's on his record, it's the attitude towards some players. It's the formation, it's the players in wrong positions. Anyone who plays everyone correctly, then I can have a better POV. I'm gonna go ahead and give today's MVP to the next incoming manager. Now listen, I like what TK is doing, bro. TK is just asking questions and holding certain man to account. Like he's like, all right, cool. So what's the next manager gonna do? And sometimes, yeah, it takes someone to ask you these questions for you to actually sit back and think objectively rather than emotionally. Because it's easy for us to be angry and it's all the managers, all the manager. Why? Why is it the manager? Because TK is basically saying the players aren't good enough either. And I agree to some extent with what he's saying. But it's also the manager's responsibility to get as much out of the players as possible. And we know this manager is not getting the best out of the players. So it's a mixture of a few things, as we know. I think either way, I don't think the manager is going anywhere, guys. So we could talk about, Amrim, and we will talk about Amrim and whether he should go or not, but I don't think he's going anywhere. So I do believe TK that he's going to be here for the season anyway, whether I like it or not. Which maybe psychologically, maybe another reason why I want him out. Maybe because I know nothing that happens will get him out. Because we've already hit rock bottom. We hit rock bottom last year, and they gave him more time. So maybe psychologically, I'm like, I don't know. That's better, guys. Give the Dorgu, come short. And again, to sure, Dorgu, bro. Dorgu could have given it back to Shaw there. Oh, yeah, Eddie Howe. I even forgot about Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe's much better. Well, if you actually believe, yeah, Eddie Howe, who's been managing in the Premier League for the last however years, 7, 8 years, if you actually believe Amrim's better than Eddie Howe, bro. I know everyone's open to their opinion, but my question will be, what has Amrim done with Manchester United Football Club over this past year to make you believe that he's a better manager than Eddie Howe? That's all. Because this manager's managed to be statistically the worst manager in the league, while at the same time we are trying to say Eddie Howe's not better than him. I don't know. I will take Eddie Howe over this manager. I think within a heartbeat. Within a heartbeat. Managers that are able and willing to come. Nah, I like TK's question. TK's being pragmatic. TK's like, listen, you guys want the manager out. Who? Who's ready to come and who's willing to come right now? That's better. He's asking some questions. Who? So maybe that's another reason why I don't think he's going anywhere anytime soon. I think there we go. Match is over. I think they want to give him the rest of the season, the full season, and so be it. So strap in, guys. We've won the game 4-1. Let's not act like. Listen, we can talk about the first half. The first half was interesting, but let's not act like we did not deserve to win the game. In the end, all the moaning aside, we won the game, and we won the game by a margin that a team like us should be winning the game. So let's put things into perspective, because during the game we had all our emotions. We attacked the manager, we attacked the players, we did all these things, and games keep changing. The first 20 minutes of the game wasn't like the next 20 minutes of the game. The first half wasn't like the second half. So certain things that we said that were missing in the first half, we brought that in the second half. So now the game is finished. We got to look at the game as a whole now. We've got to look at the game as a whole. And I'm going to change some of my perspectives. I'm going to change some of my thoughts, because the game is done. And like I said, the second half wasn't like the first half. The last 10 minutes wasn't like the previous 10 minutes. Cunha wasn't the worst. Cunha improved as in the second half. Wasn't a great game for Cunha, but he improved in the second half. The first half, I was frustrated with that guy, holding the ball a bit too much, but he was involved in the second half in at least two of the goals that we scored, despite the fact that he had the most shots and he didn't score. You can tell, just like the manager said in his press conference last week, just like Cunha has said in his interviews, that he's trying too hard. He's holding the ball, he's dribbling a bit too long, he's doing a bit too much. And if Cunha, just like I've begged Bruno to do, if he simplifies his game a little bit, I think he'll be a lot better for us. He just wants to be that maverick player. So not a good first half for him at all. Second half, he improved. I think all the players improved in the second half. That's why we got to look at it holistically. I think overall now, the game is done. We won 4-1. We actually played decently. I think that's what I'm gonna say. We played decently. And the reason why I use the word decent is because in the first half we weren't good, and in the second half we were better. And I'm trying to amalgamate the whole thing. If certain players got a 4 out of 10 in the first half, and then improved and got a 6 out of 10 in the second half, I'm trying to think, okay, so overall, most players had a decent game. Bruno was nice in the second half. I love that clip ball he made for Mason Mount. Oh, that's what I want to see. I know Bruno moans and he complains a little bit playing in that double pivot, and we also moan about him playing there. But we can see why he can play there. When it comes to assists, when it comes to crosses and delivering certain balls, he can do it. He's just not disciplined to play that role. Cass, absolutely fine. This season, I don't think I've watched a performance from Casemiro and said he's been rubbish. Casemiro is so important in the way that we play, because he's the only one in that midfield that actually acts like a central midfield box-to-box player. Bruno's always ahead of the ball. The defense, sometimes I forgot that Heaven was playing. In Heaven's first match as centre back, yeah, he was rusty. And I could tell that this young kid was going to make a mistake. This game, he was better. He was better in this game. I don't think the defending was an issue today, guys. I still don't like the way that we play. I still don't really like the wing-back system. I still think Mbumo is a wide forward, not an inside 10. And as much as I like the relationship with him and Ahmad, over the last 2 or 3 games, it hasn't clicked like it did in the previous 3 games. And that could be teething problems again. Who knows? I think Ahmad had a nice game today. I think Ahmad, once again, he's one of those players. Today I see him trying. He tried to cut back on his left foot for that shot a few times, didn't he? He tried to do that. And that's his trademark. His trademark is to skip, cutting on his left and shoot. He's been trying to, he tries that about 2 or 3 times a game. Last year and the year before, we saw him do that and we saw him do it really, really well. He's not having too much luck. I think that's what happens when people start to understand your game. You're no longer young. You're no longer new to the Premier League. People know what you're going to do. So you're going to have to do it in a more inventful or creative way. And the Saka still does it. I mean, we know about Aaron Robin and those sort of players that were really good at the whole cutting in and shooting. He just needs to find. He's small in stature, Ahmad. I reckon he can still do that move. He just needs to find a way to do it better, I guess. So, yeah, like, you can't moan about the manager today. I spent a lot of time getting at the manager today. But now that the 90 minutes is finished and I'm looking at the whole picture, can we really get at the manager that much? We won the game, guys. What are the rules? If you win a game and you win a game 4-1, when we win games, you have to give the manager credit. I don't like the whole we won the game, but let's attack the manager. So I will say this: we won the game 4-1. The manager seemed to have picked the right team. We won the game. You have to give the manager credit. So I don't see him going anywhere. I like the fact in the end that he played a fluid front three. I was a bit apprehensive at the start about the fluid front three, but I did say that's a tool that he has in his arsenal. The Mason Mount, Cunha, and Mbeumo front three business. He's done it before, and he pulled it out against Wolves. Either way, one thing I will say is this: I don't believe the manager we need and a world-class manager to beat Wolves. Any manager that we had today, any group of players that we put out today should be beating Wolves. Similarly, any group of players that we put out against Grimsby should have beaten Grimsby. So well done today. The players, in the end, showed up. In the end, some of the football, I'm not going to lie, especially some of the passing for Mason Mount, the one-touch passing, the crispness. In the end, some of it was really good. We're not consistent. Listen, I think the game could have been 5 or 6. I remember saying in the second half, especially when we were on a counter-attack, when Wolves pushed up, when Wolves' back line was basically at the halfway line, I kept saying, all we need to do is just get 2 or 3 passes right, and we're in behind them. And we couldn't do it. In the second half, we did. We're a very direct team. We play very direct. And I also said that once we're winning 2-1 against Wolves, once a team stops sitting back, because we can't play against low blocks, right? We can't. Once a team stops sitting back and has to come and attack us, like Wolves had to do in the second half, they will be there for the taking. We score more goals when we have less possession. And behold, in the second half, when Wolves had to come and attack us, when I reckon we had probably less possession, we scored more goals, and probably more goals on a counter-attack than anything. So yeah, in the end, it was a nice win, nice victory. Let's see if we can give the manager some credit, guys. Can we? Even if you're Amram out, can we be unbiased and just say, do you know what? Good job, Amram. Good job, Amram. Because I don't want to be biased to the point where even when we win, I'm just like, The manager is shit. No, good job, Amrim. Picked the right team and we won today. So let's give the manager some credit. Big up the chat. Big up TK today. TK was asking some testing questions, but that's good. We need people like TK to hold people account, bro, and ask questions, bro. This might be the channel where people just do the feelings. Oh, I'm angry, manager out. Nah, ask people questions. Ask people objective questions. Get them to sit in an uncomfortable sitting and answer the question. So big up TK, big up the chat. Dara says it should have been 7. I hear you. I agree. So many opportunities to kill this team off. So in the second half, we got some of our attacks right. We got some of them right. Ivan says Ruben Amram, my goat. What result? TK opened my eyes. Amarim in. Amarim. What are we doing? Are we Amarim in now? Yeah. We got to keep this guy forever. Listen, everyone needs their own opinion, bro. I like the fact that some people are Amrim in and I'm Amrim out. We're going to smoke the cherries, says Ivan. Yep. Mbumo was low key. Yep. I'm not going to lie, Dara. Uncomfortable position, but Mbumo has been low key shit for the last 4 games. You know, unpopular opinion, Dara, but Mbumo's been low key not good. Okay, shit is strong. He's been low key average. Let's say he's been low key average for the past 3 or 4 games. Mbumo. Let's use my words properly. Johnny's big up Johnny, man. Big up Johnny, my guy. Not gonna lie, I can't take anything from this game because Wolves look like they are going to go down as the worst team in Premier League history. I feel like Lacey should have been brought on. Johnny's making a point there. How do you compute this? I'm gonna give the manager credit because you know when there's so many variables, yeah, that you need to think about to contextualize this result. That you like the fact that Wolves are arguably maybe the worst team in Premier League history that we've just played. So how much are we going to look into this win? Because we do this a lot as a football club. We just look at the result. We look at the result only. We don't look at the context of the result, and we get excited. We think we're going to go on some mad run, then we lose the next game to Everton. So I always say to my chat, let's say what we see, not just how we feel. Yeah. We can be happy that we won, as we should. We are Man United fans. But let's understand where we are so we don't get gassed. So when we do lose the next game against an idiot team, we're not surprised. We're not surprised. That way, as men, we can manage our emotions better. Manage our expectations better. Big up Shivam, big up Johnny. I don't understand why Lacey didn't feature, but I don't think this manager likes the academy too much. When he was asked a question in the press conference about the academy, the answer he gave was a bit very defensive, guys. If you can't get minutes here, when will he, says Johnny about Lacey. Yeah, we'll see. If Lacey can't get minutes against Wolves, Federal Rico charges, glory, glory, Man United, but we played the shittest team in the Prem. I'm glad, yeah, everyone in the chat is contextualizing the result. That's how you protect your mental health as well, people. Let's keep it real. If you know what this team is about, yeah, and therefore you're not overly gassed, and you know where we are, it just protects your brain, bro. But allow the dopamine to get into your brain. Be happy. Don't allow the circumstances to not make you celebrate this win. Listen, just know what the win is. Know it's against Wolves. Know it's against a shit team. But don't not celebrate. Don't not celebrate. Don't not get excited at the same time. We won the game. So enjoy it, bro. We all should enjoy our wins, bro. Always enjoy your wins. Um, we must beat Bournemouth at home now. They are shit. What's happened to Bournemouth? Bournemouth has kind of fell off recently. Everyone was singing songs about Areola towards the start of the season, and now it's like, I don't know, man. Shivam says Cunha looks dejected. Every free kick, corner, and penalty is taken by Bruno. Why not Cunha? Everyone forgot Cunha scored from corner. Shivam, where what you're highlighting, Shivam, in a way, is what a lot of people have already highlighted will happen. The Cunha and Bruno problem. And a lot of people have said, and I didn't really think it will be a problem, but because Bruno and Cunha play similar, what I mean by this is that they both believe they're the center of the team. Cunha plays football like the whole team revolves around him, and Bruno plays football like the whole team revolves around him. They both want to be on everything and involved in everything. They're both maverick players. They don't like to stay in one place. They like to run around and do their own thing. They are similar. I don't believe this football team, the way the manager wants it to play, I don't believe we have scope for two players like that in our team. Eventually, I believe when Bruno leaves, you might get a better Cunha. When our midfield is more robust and Bruno's not, vacating his position, all these things, I think our attacking players might play better. I don't know. That's just an ethos. People have said that they have been, or they are conscious, that Cunha and Bruno will get in each other's way, and rather than being playing well together, they will actually be a hindrance to each other. And I can see that. I can see that. And that was Cunha's pass to Dallo to set up I think the second goal. Shivam says we are really celebrating when we have the Deadwood still in the club. Bruno, Cass, Mount, Shaw, Dallo, Maguire. These are the players who sacked every manager. Light Switch FC, lead bulb. Shivam, what do you think of Mason Mount's performance today, though? I know in the long term you're not a fan of Mason Mount. I hear that. But what do you think of his performance today? Because he got voted the man of the match today, Shivam. Amrim, okay, Ivan. Ivan's not Ivan. You need a timeout, Ivan. Now you need a timeout. Amrim is better than Pep, Klopp, Zidane, and Ancelotti. Sometimes, we got to tell ourselves these things because we're not gonna get rid of him and he's not going anywhere. Let's do the. I don't know, man. I can do the Amrim prop. I can switch up and do Amrim propaganda. I can do that, bro. I won't mean it. I'll be lying to myself. But I can do the Amrim prop. I can do Amrim's. Amrim's the best coach in the world. I can do that. Big up, man. Big up, Ivan, bro. Bruno should have left the penalty to Cunha. That's the thing. The thing is, Bruno knows that stats are what keeps him alive. He plays football to get stats. He's on every corner, on every free kick because he wants to get those stats. He plays football in a way to get stats. And he knows if his stats dry up, there's no other metric out there that you can rate him because he doesn't play well. Bruno doesn't play well for 90 minutes. He doesn't give you 90-minute performances. So when Bruno's not scoring, sometimes he looks invisible. So Bruno will always play football in a way to maximize his stats. That's not always best for the team, by the way, guys. It's not always best for the team. But that's just how Bruno plays football. I don't think Bruno was never going to give the penalty to Cunha. I think he should. But like I said, you have both Bruno and Cunha who both want to be him. They both think they are him. And I don't know today's football, the way football is played today. Can you have two Neymars in your team? Can you have Vinny and Mbappe both in your team? Can you really have? Do you know? I'm not saying that they're on that level, but do you know what I'm saying? In this system-based football, which is about pace and power and running and all these things, can you really afford to have two of those kind of players in your team? I don't know. It's a question I'm asking, guys. Um, Shivam says, I think we should sell him to Saudi in winter transfer window, along with Bruno, along with all the rest of the guys. Let them go and make United great again. Oh my gosh, bro. We're not doing these Donald Trump make United great. We're not doing that here. No, no, no quotes that are near, similar, close to, or remind me of that mutant, bro. This is one thing that about this channel. Yeah, it's a football channel. You can say what you want, you can do what you want, but this is 100% an anti-Donald Trump channel, bro. It's a football channel, but we don't do that guy here. As a black man from the Caribbean, we do not do this man here. Yeah. Bruno, yeah, he plays football to get stats because he understands how important stats are. He will go down as somebody who's going to have crazy stats at the club, crazy stats, and I'm not quite sure who's going to surpass some of the stats that he's got. But in about 5 years, I reckon he'll be forgotten as a footballer here. But his stats will live on. I saw that shit, man. I ain't gonna comment on it more. I don't wanna get into politics on this channel. It's dangerous. But yeah, I saw that shit, man. What you said, I saw it. Um, where is Malasia? Is he alive? I think he's better than Dallo. I think he's better than Dallo as well. I think he is, but clearly the manager likes his. Is it his? What's Dallo? Is Dallo his cousin? Dallo's Amrim's great cousin or something. Something along them lines. He is. It's yeah. It was revealed officially that he is. So it is what it is, guys. Anyway, I want to know how you guys have taken this win. Some of you guys have seen that it's a 4-1 win. You should be happy, but a lot of us are. Even though we've won, we're still a bit empty. Even though we've won, we're still asking questions. When's the last time Man United won a 4-1 and yet my chat, you guys are still a bit empty. You guys are still asking questions. It's quite weird, isn't it? A 4-1 win, we should be just getting excited. We should be like, yeah, 4-1, Wolves are crap. But we're still sitting there thinking something's wrong, something's off. Very strange people. And we can talk openly about it. Let's talk about it. Malasia is getting trained to hijack the tea lady position. Yeah. Malasia, it's a shame of Malasia because Malasia was put in a bomb squad for whatever reason. I don't know what he did. Malasia's knee injury, and this always happens to footballers, man. They lose something. He's lost something since his knee injury, man. He's not as quick. One thing about Malasia that I see is that similar to Dorgu, I don't think Malasia's crossing is that great. I don't think Malasia's end product is that great. That's my thing with Malasia. But in terms of his tenacity, his speed, his quickness of play, I would give Malasia a go. I would give him a go. Why not? But I just feel like some decisions have been made already. Like before the manager got here, I think a decision was made that Anthony would be sold, that Rashford would be sold. I think certain decisions were made already. Like Malasia, I think even though he's in the squad again, I think a decision has been made above the manager that he doesn't have a future here. That's what I think. Um, What's Molasses end product like though? I don't know if because that's the question we have about Dallo. Dallo's end product isn't always there. Yeah, it isn't always there. Then you have Dorgu. I've defended Dorgu. I've defended Dorgu because I think Dorgu has the physicality, speed, all of that stuff. He has the athleticism to play in this league. What I need from Dorgu now is tech. I want him to show me that he can deliver a great cross. He can pull the ball back to a player. Dorgu, he plays a bit too nervous. He plays a bit too quickly. I think the manager in his press conference has spoken about Dorgu and said he's a bit too, not frantic, nervous maybe. Dorgu when he plays, and his end product right now, Dorgu. Let's be real, guys. Isn't there? So I'm with you. Why not? Why not give Malacia a shout? Why not? Why not? Just give him a shout because he played under Ten Hag, but he was a fullback. The problem is Dorgu's not a wingback. Dorgu's a fullback. When you play Dorgu as a fullback, especially when you see him play for Denmark, chef's kiss. When he's asked to go forward and do what Ahmad does, he can't do it. And the problem is no matter who we get here on the left wingback position, he's never going to look like Ahmad. Ahmad is a winger. And in my opinion, close to world-class winger. He's not world-class, but I reckon if Ahmad had 2 or 3 seasons of playing right wing or right forward under his belt at a top club, I think Ahmad will be pushing that world-class level by now. I honestly think he's that talented. So we also need to get out of our head that we are going to get a left wing back like Ahmad. No, we're not going to get another Ahmad. Ahmad is Ahmad. Yeah, the injury, molasses, it happens to a lot of players. It happened to Luke Shaw. We just got to understand that these injuries, and I've had injuries before, guys. Once you get those serious injuries, it changes the way. I'm telling you, psychologically, it messes you up, bro. When I had my knee injury, whenever someone came in to tackle me, I'm telling you, I'm pulling out of some of these tackles because I'm not getting my knee injured again. It does change you. It changes the way you play. You lose speed. It's sad, bro. It's sad, but it happens to all of us, man. It happens to the best of us. You guys are funny. Federal Rico charges. As for me, I'm against wisdom about the manager. What I say is that we have a bunch of SHIT footballers who are always. I mean, if I spell the word out, I mean, shit is a fine. Shit is fine on YouTube, man. Come on. We have a bunch of shit footballers who are always entitled, and they're shit for us to be top. We need all of them out to get new players. I hear you, Federal. My issue is that Federal Rico charges is that we'll get new players and you guys will say the new players are shit. Then we'll get new players, then news like we've changed the team so much. It's the new midfield. We've only had Casemiro in this team for about 3 years before we had Pogba. Like we'll change that midfield, and then you guys will still say that they're shit. But I hear what you're saying. I don't really think the players are shit, but I don't want my opinion to drown out your opinions, bro. Everyone's entitled to their opinion in the chat. So big up the chat. Big up Shivam. Will the light be switched on or off next 3 games? If we win the next 3 games, I'm gonna party hard. What's the next 3? So we got what we got then, Shivs? We got Bournemouth. What we got? Let me what we got, guys? Before we go, what we got quickly? What's the stats? What's the stats saying? 64% possession, double the amount of passes, better passing accuracy, less fouls, Less yellow cards. 25 shots today, people. Woo! So we got Bournemouth next Monday again. My lord, we got to wait another. These guys are taking the piss now. I don't want a Monday game, Shivam. I hate these Monday games, bro. Give me the game on the weekend like everyone else. I don't want to come from work straight to do this on a Monday. Anyway, so we're Bournemouth on Monday. Then we got Villa on Sunday, the next Sunday. Newcastle Boxing Day. Shivam. We ain't winning the next three, Shivam. Why did you even say these words, Shivam? Why? Oh, Shivy. Even the old number sevens can't. Oh. That's the problem. If Mount, Shivam, if Mount, cost 100, if Mount was getting paid 150 grand, even, or 100 grand, if he cost us 35 million, and if he was wearing the number 28, 25s, number 13, whatever, you make up a number, it wouldn't be a problem, bro. It wouldn't be I wouldn't mind him being I've always said Mason Mount, I wouldn't mind keeping Mason Mount as a squad player if he was getting paid 100 grand a week maximum, and he wasn't wearing the number 7 shirt, and he played like, I don't know, 1 or 2 Champions League games. He played the odd league game, started a few cup games. Squad player, like a Park Ji Sung, like a Phil Neville. I wouldn't mind. I think that's Mason Mount for Manchester. For a Man United team who wants to win the Premier League, that is Mason Mount's role, in my humble opinion. Bournemouth, Aston Villa. Yeah. All right, guys. It's been absolutely lovely, man. You know how it is, man. Big up the chat. I'm going to go and record my match reaction now. So look out for the match reaction. I need to think about how I'm going to compartmentalize this whole game. This game had ups and downs. I was pissed off at the manager, then I was happy at the manager. I was pissed off at the players, then I was happy at the players. So I'm going to have to find a way to put all of these things together in words. So I'll do my match reaction now. Big up the chat. We won the game 4-1. Where are we in the league now? Premier League table. We're 6th. So we're now 6th in the... Look how tight it is, guys. Aston Villa are 3rd and they're 5 points ahead of us. Arsenal are top, 8 points ahead of us. This is why I'm saying, people, this league, we can get top 6. Look at it. Look, nobody's doing anything. We're the only team, in the top 6. We're the only team in the top 6 that's playing 1 game a week. That's one other reason why I want the manager out. All this talk about is best for us to play 1 game a week, more time in the coaching ground to get us to play football. He's playing 1 game a week. He's having us on the coaching ground. He's had his time. He's getting his time with us, and we look crap. But we're in 6th, guys. So are we that crap? Are we actually that bad? Big up the chat. The show's coming to an end now. Big up yourselves. Enjoy your Monday night if you're in the UK. If you're somewhere else, enjoy yourselves. I hope you enjoyed the stream. We'll be back on Wednesday for our Wednesday evening news show, and probably back on Friday for our Friday evening show, which usually is our match preview show. So big up yourselves. Thank you for joining, and I will see all of you guys